Excuse me, sir.
Oh,
Monsieur Jolin, you ordered some champagne hiking.
yeah, I know. I know. I ordered champagne hiking, and one of the official ones. Anyway, hi, folks. Hi, I'm lying here. You might think that the life of a champagne expert is always a dance on roses, a rose garden. But you never promised me a rose garden. That's really sure. Because sometimes the body says no, and I have some problem with my belly. I have fever, and tomorrow we're going to have the VIP trip with all our special guests, 4 days in Champagne. And we do this every time, Björn and me. We go to Paris the day before because we can't miss the plane or having those kind of problems. So for 4 years, we have decided to go to some of the best restaurants in Paris, make a champagne hiking. You've probably seen it before. And the one I have highest on the list is not a 3-star because it's the one which is the most tricky to get. And we haven't been able until Björn made a reservation half a year ago. And it's in Tour Eiffel, the Eiffel Tower. And it's the new chef, Anton, who used to be at Pré Catalan. He's now aiming for 3 stars with the best view in the world. So, of course, we wanted to make a champagne hiking, one of the official ones, Eiffel Tower, MC3, in the book. Champagne, which is now stopped from Moët Chandon. The people behind it don't like that decision, but marketing people say it's too confusing. So if you find an MC3, that's really a gorgeous one. Anyway, I still can speak. I noticed that, but the thing is, I'm gonna miss it. I just persuaded Björn to go by himself. So, B-Star, enjoy that and bring your hiking bag. And I can open a blind tasting thing. I can tell you one thing, it's 96% points. So it can only be quite a few. Yeah. Anyway, have a nice time. I'm going to have some yogurt and pumpkin soup. Only fluid food. Cheers.
Well, guys, Champagne Friday with a big sigh. Long journey, getting to Paris, a little struggle in the traffic, but we were so excited, to go to Jules Verne in Tour Eiffel to have some dinner and, of course, do one of the official champagne hikings. But Rickard has a stomach condition, but he always, before trips, goes to his cellar and selects something interesting. So he lets me have this hiking at Marquis Faubourg, a little, as you see, a very Parisian style of a hotel here in our little living room. And what's first striking me is the color is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you can see it as vivid as I do in the picture here, but it's golden, beautiful. The bubbles are very, very present and lovely as well. And wow, that first whiff is really promising. Wow. Almost get a little bit of goosebumps. I haven't had champagne for 2 days, so this is really, really something. So, Rickard has this 7 steps. A few weeks back, we posted how to taste by his tasting ladder, so to say, where you most of the time goes maybe in another order than Rickard wants. So let's see if I can play around and find my way toward some goal. But I need to really fill in the character, the smell, the lovely, lovely mousse, the lovely color as well. Wow. There we go. I wish you could join me here. Ooh. He's found something really, really good from his personal cellar. So firstly, in this case, we need to find out if it's a grower, if it's a house, or cooperative. Cooperative we can rule out straight away. But for me, this is for sure a big one. This is a really, really big champagne. So for that sense, I go for a house, of course. And why? Well, it's not a specific origin that speaks more than a style. This big champagne, you have this refinement, this elegance, the complexity that you very seldom find in grower champagnes. Of course, you can find in some, but this is for me a big house style. It's big, it's rich.
Correct. It's a house.
I thought he was sleeping next door, but
I heard you.
maybe some of the noises from the pop of the cork went over there. What's really striking me also is what I love. I might think that this could be the condition of the bottle is absolutely brilliant, and we often talk about the Vinotex, how they are, super pristine. The provenance is great. You have that balance between the developed aromas and the freshness at the same time. We have this golden, beautiful color. At the same time, there's a youthfulness when you look at the bubbles. Also, the feel in the mouth is absolutely astonishing. So for me, I would go for a Vinotech version, since it's so extraordinary fresh in a way.
It's not the Vinotech.
So
it's a regular bottling.
Regular, okay. Then it's an extraordinary.
But from my cellar, which is good.
So there we have another point then. A good bottle kept in a perfect cellar for quite some time. So that's also provenance. If you look at auction catalogs, it's very, very important when people sell of wines from their cellars that it's basically from when the wine was bought, it has been spending its whole life basically in the same cellar. Those kind of indicators are also great when it comes to quality of wine, and especially also champagne when you have age. Do we find something specific in the making? Do we feel, oak fermentation? Do we feel those kind of things? No, I don't think so. This is a big house style. It's a non-oxidative style.
That is correct.
I'm back on track. Wow. What puzzles me is that beautiful note of, the forest mushrooms. You have apricots. You have, these tropical dried characters on the nose, with that, valley floor, like sous-bois, the French call it, beautiful notes of that. But at the same time, there's a freshness in the nose that cuts through really, really strong, which is wow. So for me, it indicates that the vintage must be of really, really high class. Otherwise, it wouldn't behave like this. It's a richness and acidity at the same time. So we can rule out a lot of really, really warm vintages. So it has to be something that you have a very good balance between the richness and the acidity there. And the richness for me indicates also that dominance of black grape varieties. I wouldn't go for big house mature Blanc de Blanc. I would put this in the Pinot Noir corner. Is it a pure Blanc de Noir? Maybe not. Probably it's one of the big guns. Then we are talking about equal parts of both grape varieties. Most of the time, we have 60-40 dominance of the Pinot and slightly lesser of the Chardonnay. But here we have more or less the same, I would say, 50-50. Vintage-wise, it's damn delicious. And are we in the bracket of 20 odd years, something like that? Maybe even older, since it's perfect condition of the bottle. Are we in the late 90s? I hope so. I really, really hope so. Because of the richness and acidity. Are we going for the classic 96? I just spoke with Ricard the other day that I tasted the Femme de Champagne from Duval-Leroy 96, which was a Vinotech, which behaved in this way with this richness.
That is correct. It's 96.
There we go. 96 week. Perfect. And could it be 96 points?
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
Are we talking about, now we're going into the guessing game and trying to find the producer, Cuvée Louise 96 from Pommery?
No.
No. That was a distinct no. Okay. But we need to go in the... Okay, let's say like this. We rule out, of course, the Krug, the Bollingers, of course. We rule out the toasted style of Henriot and Charles Heidsieck. So we go more on the polished, refined style, and I put my money there on the Pommery. Are we going for Cuvée William Deutz 96? More Pinot in that?
No, less Pinot.
Less Pinot. What strikes me is that it changes very little in the glass. It is so stable. It tastes exactly the same now as it was poured just freshly, which is also a sign of super quality. But,
Not sure if you had the 96 of this one.
aha. So he might have pulled a trick on me here.
Two more guesses.
Two more guesses. Since even Porsche, I should be able to narrow it down to what it might be. We are not talking about Cristal 96. We are not talking about... The thing is it a Cuvée Prestige or a vintage? It should be a Cuvée de Prestige.
Correct.
There we go. Yeah, it has to be with this quality level and original bottling, 96. I'm thinking...
A rather small house.
Henri Abelé?
Slightly bigger.
Slightly bigger. And not Cuvée Paradis Alfred Gratien, but almost that size, I suppose.
Yeah.
Not Gosset.
Bigger than Gratien.
Are we in Epernay or Reims? We are in Epernay.
We are 40 Pinot Noir, 60 Chardonnay.
Yeah.
We can go on for ages.
Yeah, probably.
But we'll bring it out.
Oh.
Grand Cuvée. Billeker Samon.
There we go.
96.
Beautiful. Thanks a lot. 96. Oh, I haven't had this for many years. We had a lot of this in the late 90s, me and Rickard. Not the 96, but the 88, 89, and 90. Those were smashing when they were about 10, 11, 12 years old. Wow, thanks a lot. Fabulous.
Before Tour d'Eiffel. Fabulous.
So now you got a little peek into our little world. We're on tour, leaving our life back home in Stockholm for a while, going to Paris, enjoying ourselves. Well, I am. Rickard, the poor bastard, has to take care of himself because we're going to the airport to pick up our VIP group. But what we are doing is 4 days, really red carpet treatment, where Rickard and all his friends are...
Can't you show me a little bit, doing some films from the Eiffel Tower, so I can see?
Of course. We have to shoot, since it's a spectacular venue, and the road over there and what they are serving. So it's going to be fabulous to see what Chef Anton will prepare for us. So guys, Champagne Friday. Cheers.